Assalamu alaikum, my wonderful viewers. You are welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I make a shoulder slant of just 1 inches. I mark my back, my armhole. So I'm putting in my chest measurement. So from there, I mark from my shoulder to my nipple, my undervers, my waist, and my full length. So I'm going to divide my armhole by 2, then I come inside by just half an inch. So here I'm just marking my chest measurement. So from that, I mark my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4.5. So that's what I'm marking now. So I'll take 1 inch dart from both sides. Then I'll connect it to my nipple on my nipple measurement. So after connecting my dart, now I just mark the length of my yoke where I want my yoke to stop. And I also mark 3 inches by 3 inches for my round neck. So I'll just divide my shoulder into 2, then I'll connect my dart line there. So that place that I marked, that's 3 inches. I didn't want my breast to show. I didn't want to show my chest too much. So you just mark it, and I just connected my yoke how I wanted my yoke to be. So that's what I've connected. And now I'll just take half and quarter inch on both sides. So I'm making use of 1.5 darts. Okay, then I divided the 1.5 into 2, then I share it to both sides. That's to tighten my bust area. So I'm just cross checking my measurement, then I'll just mark my chest measurement inside, then I will just measure my darts. I have 2 inches dart allowance, then I'll put it there. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing just to shape my dress. So I just put in 1.5 inches that at the side. That's what I connected to my nipple area. So I've given it a side dart. So this is my yoke. That's my yoke. So I'll close the side dart. I'll open this dart so that I'll be able to close my sad dart. So you can see that when I close the dart at the chest, my bars, there's a shortage. So this shortage, I will fill it when I'm to cut on the on the material. Okay, I'll fill that when I'm to cut it on the material that I'm going to use for this dress. So this is my front pattern. So now let's move to the back pattern. This is the front, you can see that's the front. So that's the front. So now we have moved to the back. I make a shoulder slant of 1 inch, put in my back measurement, my armhole, my back measurements at that place, then connect it together and make my armhole. So now I'm going to mark my shoulder to my nipple, my waist, and my full length. And also remember that always the front is longer than the back. So make sure. So sometimes it is either the front is longer than the back, like 2 inches, 1.5, and sometimes one. So those who have big boobs always have like 2 inches longer than the front will be 2 inches longer than the back. Okay, so make sure you always take note of that. So I just input my dart allowance. I'm just using 1 inches for the dart, so I'm just connecting my dart legs. So that's what I'm doing. So after that, I also mark 3 inches by 1.5 inches. Okay, 3 inches by 1.5 inches. The neck is 1.5 inches for the back. So here I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do the back yoke. So I just come out of this, I make this one, but later reduce it. So this is what I make use of this one. And the person that my bride to be is also in the shop. So when I make it, I show it to her. Is it okay? Is that how you want the back to be? So she was okay with it. So I just leave it like that. Okay, so I just connected it. That's my back. So at the center of the back, I took in 2 inches from the center. I marked 2 inches from the center. Okay, I marked 2 inches and I remove it for the opening of the eyelets and the lacing. But I didn't know why it didn't show. So please make sure you do that. So here I just connected my dark leg upward, then I just cut it. Okay, so I'm just putting in some distance so that I'll know where it's supposed to connect to each other. Okay, so that I'll know this is the back, that's the back one, B1 is the back one. Okay, And don't also remember that I've already cut 2 inches from the back for the lace. Okay, when I was cutting it, my camera went off. I didn't even notice it, so please forgive me for that. So here I'm just thinking about a way to just shape it. I'm just thinking about how to shape the back. Okay, so this is my back. You can see that's my back. So I didn't even shape it again. I decided to leave it. I will shape it at the final when I finish. When I finish, then I will just shape it. So that's my back. This is my front. You can see. So if my voice is down, please forgive me. I just wake up this morning and I started doing the voiceover, so please forgive me if my voice is down. You can see I've already put it inside on the material that I'm using, which is kente. So this is supposed to be the bride dress. So we use the kente for the bride. You know, in Ghana here we normally use kente for the bride. So I cut my yoke. Okay, and my pattern, each pattern is having the kente, and I'm using taffeta lining for it. So look at it, that's the kente and that's the taffeta lining, and I also cut interfacing for it. Okay, so you can see the white one is the interfacing. Okay, please, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well by subscribing to my YouTube channel. And also don't forget to press the notification button so that anytime I upload new videos, you get to see it, okay? So please, thank you for watching. Watch the part 2, okay? Don't forget to watch the part 2 where I will teach you how I sew all this together. Okay? I will show you how I make all this together to make my bride very beautiful. So this is for the engagement. I also have the wedding gown. So let's finish with this. Then I will also teach you how I made the wedding gown. So bye. Don't forget to watch the part 2. Watch the part 2. Bye. Stay tuned. Bye bye. Straight from Queen's Graphic. I really like it. I think she reciprocates you for the color. You are always at your service. She's looking wow. And it's awesome. So special on your special day.